Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of Unmasking COVID. This is a new podcast all about bringing together people to talk about personal stories and create a personal connection during these troubling times. My name is Victoria, and I currently attend Western University in the Medical Sciences program.
Hi, my name is Serena. I'm studying nanotechnology engineering at the University of Waterloo.
And hi, my name is Ovia, and I also go to Western University for the Medical Sciences program.
Hi, my name's Wen. I go to the University of Waterloo for computer science and business.
So we are the hosts of this podcast, and today for this episode, we'll be talking about our lives during quarantine and how COVID has affected it. So to first start us off, the first thing we're going to be talking about is how our lives were before quarantine. So my first question for all of us is, what did a typical day at university look like for all of you?
Well, for me, my morning started at around 6:30. I woke up early. I took a shower, made breakfast, and I was usually out the door by around 7:30. I would take the train to the QNC, and I'd have classes from 8:30 all the way to around 4:30, and then after 4:30, I'd go back to my residence. I would chill for some time, and then continue with homework. And that was a pretty much typical day of university for me.
Yeah, I mean, my day sounds a lot similar to Serena's, except my days usually weren't the same for each day. In first year, there's a time of adjusting to the fact that your schedule's going to change for every day, and my classes would start some days as early as 8:30, but then sometimes it would start at 10 o'clock, and then sometimes I'd end classes really early at 2 p.m., and sometimes I'd end classes only at 10:30 p.m. So it was a really wide range, and I always had to put in homework in between, so time management for me was really important for a typical day. And so,
Yeah. So sounds like you guys had a really, really busy day at Waterloo. It seems like Waterloo kept you guys really busy. And
Indeed, it did.
Yeah, you guys seemed super packed, and definitely must be a change now. I think for me at Western, it definitely, I would say it's a little more stable. So I had 8:30 classes, which was a mistake, not doing that again. But I had 8:30 classes, and then I had classes till about 12:30-ish. And then usually the evenings were time to do a bunch of homework or reading or studying. Or it was doing swing dance, or it was mostly a lot of labs, which were usually pretty fun. And yeah, I think our schedule, Victoria and I's schedule are pretty similar. So Victoria, if you want to continue.
Our schedules were pretty similar. And I think
because we're roommates.
Yes. And yeah, our days were very structured, actually. I know, at least for me, I would wake up, check social media, that kind of stuff, and then go down and get breakfast, come back up, change, and just go to class. I did not take an 8:30 second semester, so my classes started usually around 10:30, or if I was lucky, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I had class at 1:30, which was great. And then the evenings were always just chill time to go to the library or relax, that kind of stuff, and a lot of hanging around with friends after class.
Yeah, we had that a lot of Western. We definitely had some time to hang out with friends and for socializing, having movie nights and stuff like that. Do you guys have that in Waterloo?
Oh, I had so many different events at Waterloo, actually, which only made the schedule busier, but it was like a fun type of busy, if you know what I mean. And so we had movie nights, definitely, like you were mentioning. We also had a lot of food events, and I really love the food events at Waterloo because like you can pretty much go like 3 days of the week. Essentially, I would get like free food from just random places, and it was good free food. It wasn't just like some random pizza place. It'd be like shawarma a lot of times, and like a lot of like sandwiches, and also joined like a lot of different food clubs where they would have like specific food events. Like we had like a melted cheese event, like a cheese fountain event or something. That was really fun.
Ooh.
And like yeah, so there were a lot of free food events that were really fun. A lot of social gatherings as well that were also really fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely add on to that because as a university student, even though we all lived in residence first year, and we had food available to us all the time, it's free food is always so nice. I know at least for us, our residents seem to have the best food of all of them. So whenever we'd go and eat in our cafeteria, we'd see people from all over campus just because they were coming to our cafeteria for food, which was a great time because you get to meet a whole bunch of different people.
Yeah, so food was definitely like as first years, definitely an important part of all university lives. A lot of great experiences there. But apart from the food, what are other stuff that you really liked about first year or just university life in general compared to high school?
I think my program specifically, we sort of built a family because engineering at University of Waterloo is a cult. But then each program in engineering is a cult itself. So in nanotechnology engineering, we knew everyone in our program. We were good friends with all of them. And so that's why I'm sort of kind of missing that connection I had with my family now that I'm home in Mississauga and I don't get to see them. But
Mm.
first year was great because of the people that I surrounded myself with. It's different from high school because in high school you're around people that have different passions, different goals in life. But here in Waterloo, you're surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded, and that is what I enjoyed the most out of first year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, like Western is kind of different. Where it's like you mentioned how engineering was a lot of close connections and all that. Our program was huge, like 700 people. It was super large, but there's still like a lot of amazing things about first year. Like mainly, I would say for me, it was the independence of like being away from home and just like kind of being able to do whatever I want. Like I got to explore a lot of things. Like and swing dance was one of them, and I really, really did enjoy doing that at Western. And I think it just gave me a lot of opportunity to explore a lot of aspects about myself and the people. Definitely the people. I had a great time with my roommate and all my friends, and definitely do miss them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One thing, again, with the people and the independence, I liked being able to just go out and do whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. And one thing I liked about university is being around young people all the time because it would be like 1 or 2 a.m. and you'd hear shouting down the halls or you'd be up with your roommate just talking about random stuff. But you're always around so much energy and youth, which was such a great thing.
My uni experience is actually very similar to Serena's because just like how she's in more of like a tight program with like a not as many people enrolled, it's the same thing with my program. My program is rather small with like the double degree group. So I mentioned this earlier, right? I'm in computer science and business, which is kind of like a subset of the math faculty at Waterloo. Although the math faculty at Waterloo is really big, and also despite the fact that it is really big, it's also kind of its own community in math. The computer science and business community is even smaller, and it's even more of like a tight-knit group. And I really like that aspect because I find this program to be a little bit tough sometimes, and the only way that I find comfort and support is being able to go and reach out to other people in the program and realizing the fact that they're all like so nice, they're all so smart and helpful, and it's just a really nice group of like people to be around. And so that's really helped me get through work, get like find time to relax as well, like, and just again, like it's these people that you get to see, they really make up your university experience.
I
Yeah, I
think
think like for all of us, the university like has given us like a really good support system. Like university is definitely hard, the amount of work and stuff like that. But I think like having these tight knit communities definitely made university special.
Yeah, I think one thing that we all had in common was um, we really enjoyed having a tight knit community and surrounding ourselves with supportive, like minded individuals. But on the flip side of that, yes, I am constantly with my nano friends. I also, for second year, kind of want to branch out and meet people in other programs, try to shift my perspective, learn about different things, and yeah.
I agree with that. I think it'd be really cool to meet some people who aren't in my program. At least for me, my program has like 700 or 800 people. And so you can walk around or walk down the street, and chances are the people you are passing are in your program. Just kind of interesting. But because there are so many faculties at Western, so I kind of want to meet some new people and see what they're all about.
Oh, just one thing to add on to that, like with meeting people, I think like living in residence in first year was an incredible experience because you got to meet people from all kinds of faculty. Like even though like a lot of people we see around are in our program, we got to meet some people from philosophy, uh, like the social sciences, and so many other faculties. And I think like residence community was really nice. We had a lot of game nights with them, a lot of interesting personalities in there, and again, a lot of loud noises, which I do happen to miss right now when I'm at home in Mississauga. Even though we complained about it all the time, really do miss it now.
Yeah, that's like, there's one thing as well, apart from residence, that I find really helpful is just like going to clubs, because clubs are places where you get to meet not only people who are in different programs, but also upper years, and it's just a really good way to branch out your network.
Yeah, definitely.